Welcome to our comprehensive guide on FHA loan amount limits, where we dive into the essential factors you need to know to make informed decisions about your home financing options. In this video, we will provide a detailed overview of FHA loan limits, eligibility criteria, benefits, and tips for maximizing your FHA loan benefits. FHA loans are increasingly popular due to their flexible qualifications, low down payment requirements, and competitive interest rates. However, understanding the FHA loan amount limits is crucial to determine how much you can borrow. These limits vary by county and are determined annually based on the local median home prices. To ensure your video ranks higher on Google searches, we'll outline the main topics covered in this guide. 1. Explaining FHA loans. We'll start with an overview of FHA loans and their advantages, emphasizing their accessibility for first-time home buyers, lower credit score requirements, and more lenient debt-to-income ratio guidelines. 2. Understanding FHA loan amount limits. We'll provide an in-depth explanation of how FHA loan limits are calculated and restricted to each county. By discussing the significance of these limits, viewers will gain insights into their impact on borrowing capabilities in different areas. 3. Factors influencing FHA loan amount limits. Viewers will learn about the factors that affect FHA loan limits, such as local property values, other government-backed mortgage programs, and the Federal Housing Finance Agency's role in setting limits. 4. Upcoming changes for 2021. We'll highlight any recent or upcoming changes to FHA loan amount limits, keeping viewers informed about potential adjustments that could impact their borrowing capacity. 5. Strategies to maximize FHA loan benefits. We'll share valuable tips to help viewers optimize their FHA loan benefits within the established limits. This includes exploring down payment options, understanding FHA mortgage insurance, and utilizing available local resources. By the end of this comprehensive guide, you will have a solid understanding of FHA loan amount limits and how they affect your borrowing potential. With this knowledge, you'll be better positioned to make informed decisions when pursuing FHA financing. Remember that regular research and staying updated about changes in FHA loan policies and regulations are crucial for maximizing your home financing options. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth guides and insights into the world of mortgage loans, home buying, and real estate. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial or legal advice. Viewers are advised to consult with a qualified professional to determine their eligibility and obtain personalized guidance regarding FHA loans and their specific financial circumstances. The Federal Housing Administration, FHA, loan program has been a crucial lifeline for many aspiring homeowners in the United States. It offers more accessible credit requirements and lower down payment options compared to conventional mortgages. However, one important factor to consider when applying for an FHA loan is the loan amount limits imposed by the FHA. In this comprehensive guide, we will delve into the FHA loan amount limits, why they exist, and how they impact borrowers and the real estate market. What are FHA loans? Before we dive into the details of FHA loan amount limits, it's essential to understand what FHA loans are and why they are so popular among home buyers. FHA loan basics. FHA loans are government-backed mortgages offered by the Federal Housing Administration, a division of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD. These loans are designed to make homeownership more accessible for individuals and families with lower credit scores and limited down payment funds. Key features of FHA loans: lower down payment requirements. FHA loans typically require a down payment as low as 3.5% of the home's purchase price, making them an attractive option for first-time home buyers. Lenient credit requirements. While FHA loans have credit score requirements, they are generally more forgiving of lower credit scores compared to conventional mortgages. Competitive interest rates. FHA loans offer competitive interest rates, often on par with conventional loans. Mortgage insurance. FHA loans require mortgage insurance to protect lenders in case the borrower defaults on the loan. This is typically paid as an upfront premium and monthly premiums. Assumable loans. FHA loans are assumable, meaning they can be transferred to a new buyer, potentially offering a unique selling point for the property. 2. Understanding FHA loan amount limits. FHA loan amount limits are a key aspect of this loan program. These limits are designed to ensure that FHA loans are accessible to a wide range of home buyers while preventing excessive borrowing that could lead to financial instability. The limits are established based on geographic locations and are subject to annual updates. Why loan limits? The FHA imposes loan limits to maintain the program's financial stability and protect taxpayers. Without these limits, borrowers might obtain loans far beyond their ability to repay, leading to higher default rates and increased risk to the FHA insurance fund. The FHA's mission is to promote homeownership while safeguarding the financial health of the program. Loan limits by county. FHA loan limits are determined on a county-by-county basis, which means that the maximum loan amount you can borrow may vary depending on where you want to purchase a home. These limits are primarily influenced by the local housing market's median home prices, as more expensive areas tend to have higher loan limits. Borrowers can check the current FHA loan limits for their desired location on the official HUD website or consult with their lender. Standard versus high-cost areas. The FHA loan limits are categorized into standard and high-cost areas. High-cost areas, typically urban or metropolitan regions with higher home prices, have higher loan limits. These limits can change each year to reflect changes in the housing market and inflation. Loan limit example. To illustrate the concept, let's consider a hypothetical example. The FHA loan limit for a standard area may be $420,000, while the limit for a high-cost area could be $700,000. This means that, in a high-cost area, you can obtain an FHA loan of up to $700,000 to purchase a home, subject to other eligibility criteria. 3. Impact of FHA loan amount limits. Understanding how FHA loan amount limits impact borrowers and the real estate market is essential for those considering this type of mortgage. Here's a closer look at the implications. Accessibility to homeownership. The primary benefit of FHA loan amount limits is that they extend homeownership opportunities to individuals who may not have the financial means to secure a conventional mortgage. Lower down payment requirements and more lenient credit standards, combined with reasonable loan limits, make homeownership a realistic goal for a broader segment of the population. Geographic variation. The geographic variation in FHA loan limits acknowledges the disparity in housing costs across the country. This ensures that borrowers in high-cost areas have access to FHA financing without being restricted by rigid, nationwide limits. For example, a borrower in New York City will have a higher loan limit than someone in a rural community, reflecting the local housing market conditions. Preventing excessive borrowing. By setting limits on loan amounts, the FHA reduces the risk of borrowers taking on unmanageable debt. This safeguards borrowers from overextending themselves financially and helps prevent a high rate of loan defaults, which could jeopardize the stability of the FHA loan program. Impact on housing markets. FHA loan amount limits can influence local housing markets, especially in high-cost areas. They can contribute to price stability by preventing excessive inflation in home prices, as buyers are less likely to be able to secure larger loans. On the other hand, these limits can also encourage the construction of more affordable housing in high-cost areas. Secondary market investors. FHA loans are often sold in the secondary market, and the loan limits play a role in determining the loan's attractiveness to investors. Loan limits may affect the volume of FHA loans that lenders originate and the interest of investors in purchasing these loans, ultimately influencing the liquidity of the FHA market. 4. Recent changes in FHA loan limits. FHA loan limits are not static. They are subject to change each year. These changes are influenced by fluctuations in home prices, inflation, and the overall health of the housing market. Borrowers and industry professionals should stay informed about these annual adjustments to understand their implications. 2022 loan limit updates. As of my knowledge, cutoff date in January 2022. The FHA loan limits for 2022 were increased in response to rising home prices in many areas. For example, the maximum FHA loan limit for a single-family home in a high-cost area like Los Angeles County, California, increased to $970,800, allowing more buyers to qualify for FHA financing. Impact of pandemic-related housing trends. The COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on the housing market, causing home prices to rise in various regions as remote work trends and low mortgage rates influence housing demand. This increase in home prices contributed to the need for higher FHA loan limits in many areas. Monitoring future updates to stay informed about changes in FHA loan limits beyond 2022. Borrowers should regularly check the official HUD website or consult with their lender. As the housing market evolves, FHA loan limits will continue to adjust to reflect current market conditions. Considerations for borrowers. If you are considering an FHA loan, it's crucial to take into account the FHA loan amount limits and how they affect your home buying journey. Here are some key considerations for borrowers. Research local limits before starting your home search. Research the FHA loan limits for the specific area where you plan to buy. This will give you a clear understanding of the maximum loan amount you can obtain with an FHA loan. Knowing the local limits will help you focus on homes within your budget. Budget and financial planning. Understanding the FHA loan amount limits is essential for effective budgeting and financial planning. Consider how much you are comfortable borrowing within the FHA limits and how it fits into your overall financial goals. Saving for down payment. While FHA loans offer low down payment options, it's still important to save for a down payment and other upfront costs, such as closing costs and the FHA mortgage insurance premium. Careful financial planning will ensure a smoother home buying process. Creditworthiness. Even though FHA loans have more lenient credit requirements, maintaining a good credit score is essential to secure the most favorable terms. A higher credit score may allow you to qualify for a larger loan amount within the FHA limits. Consult with a lender when you're ready to explore your FHA loan options. It's advisable to consult with an experienced lender or mortgage broker. They can help you navigate the application process, evaluate your financial situation, and provide guidance tailored to your specific needs. 6. Conclusion. FHA loan amount limits are a fundamental aspect of the Federal Housing Administration's mission to make homeownership more accessible while ensuring the financial stability of the program. By setting maximum loan amounts based on local housing market conditions, the FHA can extend opportunities to a broader range of home buyers while preventing excessive borrowing. These limits are not rigid but are subject to annual updates to reflect changes in the housing market. Therefore, borrowers and industry professionals must stay informed about these changes and understand their implications. If you are considering an FHA loan, it's essential to research local loan limits, plan your budget, save for a down payment, maintain good credit, and consult with a lender. By doing so, you can take full advantage of the benefits of FHA loans and realize your dream of homeownership. In summary, FHA loan amount limits play a vital role in the broader landscape of affordable homeownership, offering a path to homeownership for many who might otherwise be excluded from the housing market. Understanding these limits and their implications is key to making informed decisions on your journey to becoming a homeowner.